What's going on, guys? It's a Wizard of Oz bringing you another Madden 20 video. So I know recently there haven't been a lot of coin making methods for me to make videos on, just because kind of the lack of content. We got the theme builders and there wasn't really anything from that. I know I've heard of people ripping them and then, selling them for coins or, putting them in sets and all that. But for every person that I hear that does really well with that, I hear a couple people that didn't do well with that. So I don't want to make videos on stuff like that that might not be, profitable all the time. So today I wanted to go over a play that has been absolutely money for me recently. I'm not really the person that likes to hit that one big play deep every game. Some people have like cover 3, cover 4 beaters and all those things like that. This is a play that really works really well against any coverage as long as you don't use it too often and the defender, uses it. If a person uses a play, they're probably going to be able to defend it, assuming there's really only 1 or 2 options. This play, there's really going to be 1 option, so you can use it like 2 or 3 times a game if the person's good and they actually know how to defend it and know how to adjust. But the good thing is it comes out of a running formation, which is I form, but we're going to go over it in depth here in just a minute. Before we do that, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell icon as well so you can know as soon as my videos come out. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and comment down below what some of your favorite money plays are. Also, I just finished up a 3+ hour stream on Twitch right before this, so I'm a little bit tired after doing all that. But if you've been enjoying my content on YouTube, I'm sure you would enjoy it on Twitch as well. The link to my Twitch account is down below in the description. If you're interested in that, definitely go hit that. Hit me with a follow. Would love to see you guys out there during the streams. YouTube still takes up the majority of my time along with my regular job, but I want to try and get y'all at least 2 live streams a week, a couple hours long, where I can either play y'all head to head or maybe go play some weekend league or knockout tournament, whatever it is. Maybe I can give some tips and tricks, how I play the game and all that stuff. So if you're interested, make sure you click that link down below. All right, so let's get into it. So hopefully I can do this well with 2 controllers. That's what I'm trying to do right now, rather than have another person, so I can show you the play art, the defensive play art, as I'm doing the offense. So on the offensive side here, you really want to have a good, fast wide receiver. On my Mutt team, I use Tyreek Hill. So I've got the Ravens here, and they've got Hollywood Brown. The play is very simple. It's I form close. I believe this is only out of the Raiders playbook. I will check, and if there are other playbooks that it's in, I will put it in the description or the pinned comment down below. But I believe as of right now, it's only in the Raiders playbook. The Raiders playbook is one of the best in the game, if you didn't know. It's got a ton of plays. It's very expansive. It's got, you can see here in gun, it's got 16 different formations out of gun, just 1 out of weak, 4 out of strong, 7 out of I form, and 11 out of single back. There's a lot of stuff in Oakland playbook, so it's a really good one. It's a very popular one. But the play that we're going to be looking at in particular is I form close here. If you click on I form close, go down 2 pages, PA tight end league. Okay, it's a very, very popular one. There's a lot of different variations of this play that are run, but I haven't seen any run like the one I'm doing. So basically what I do before I actually call the play is I go into my substitutions and I take my fastest receiver and I put him at this right side. So right now with the Ravens, I actually don't have to change anything because Marquise Brown is a lot faster than Willie Snead. So you're going to want your fastest guy on the right side because that's going to be the one you're aiming for. You're really going to want them to break free of the coverage. You might hit that one on the left. They're going to be more of your possession receiver. I do have an example of me beating someone with that left receiver. So you don't only have just the one route to throw to, but I'll show you that later in the video. So essentially, put your fastest receiver on the right side here, and then you just go and call PA tight end league. So it is better if it's on the right hash. The further to the right you are, the better it's going to work because it'll give that fast receiver a little bit more room to run out in the field, maybe get a swerve catch in there. Otherwise, you might, catch it and then run out of bounds. You want to try and give yourself, it's supposed to be a 1-play touchdown, or at least a 1-play bit. You should be able to get 20, 30 yards out of this pretty easy. And if you can make someone miss, you can take it to the house. So on defense here, I'm just running the Steelers, just picked a generic defense. I'm going to run it out of nickel defense, so we know we've at least got some good DBs on the field. So really the good thing to know about this is that when you're in I form, most of the time teams are not going to come out in very heavy pass defense because I form is a very popular formation to run out of. Obviously people pass out of it, but generally speaking, if people see I form as what you pick, they're going to go with at least run conservative. They're not going to sell out for the pass. So if you're passing the ball, you're going to catch them off guard. So as we can see here on defense, we've got our cover sync. We've got the 3 linebackers in the middle. We've got both of our corners on soft squats, and we got both the safeties back in the deep thirds. So essentially this play is going to be attacking the same area every time, but we are going to show just how to take advantage of that. So the wide receiver that we're going to be aiming for is circle there, Marquise Brown, right? So he's going to be running across the field, Snead's going to be running across, and Boyle's on the corner route. So what we want to do is change Boyle to running an in route instead of that corner route that he was running. So basically what that's going to do in cover 2 here, you can see the 3 linebackers. The middle linebacker, let me go with both play arts if I can here. All right, so the middle linebacker there has got the mid read, right? So he's actually going to run with Snead as Snead comes down, and that free safety is going to run with Snead as well. So you're going to have 2 guys brought out of the play, and Brown's going to be running just underneath them. Now, the normal player that would pick that up in that instance is that right outside linebacker, who you can see there is in the vertical hook. But because we have Boyle now running the end, he's actually going to pull that right outside linebacker down far enough so that we have Brown wide open for a pass right over the middle as the safety and the middle linebacker are going after Snead. So let me show in action here. That was really hard to hold both of them, so hit a like for me holding both. As we snap it here, you'll see the right outside linebacker, which is on our left side, gets pulled down by this in route. The middle linebacker is going to bail out to cover Snead, and so is the free safety. The free safety is not really going to bail out, but he's going to kind of hang back there, and he's going to be too high. So here we go. We run it, you see the middle linebacker bails, and then we just throw a touch pass to Brown, spin upfield. As you can see, if you make a man miss, if you've got Tyreek, you've got human joystick, you can take it all the way to the house. Okay, so let's watch Boyle first. So he's running this in route, right? So he runs in, and this right outside linebacker is the guy who would be dropping back into coverage right about this time, and he'd be getting in that window. No, he wouldn't be right on Marquise Brown, and no, he can't keep up with him, but he doesn't need to be. He just needs to be standing right in this area to break it up. He's not, because he has to cover this in route, so he's completely exposed. Look at this massive window right here. Usually windows are tiny in football, right? This is a massive window. Why is it so massive? Let's look at it again. Now we're watching his middle linebacker, right? So the middle linebacker is somebody that could cover it because he's got that mid-read. But what he's doing, he's dropping back to his mid-read, so he drops back about 8 yards. He sees Snead running. Right there, that's still his zone. Right at about the 50-yard line, that's where it becomes no longer his zone, and he would bail off and get anything underneath. But by that point, as we can see, we've got Marquise Brown coming under here. See, watch the middle linebacker bail out to the side there. Marquise Brown comes underneath. Free safety is like 15 yards away. Middle linebacker is 15 yards away. No one's even close to him in cover 2, all right? It's a wide open play, and if you can recognize this out of cover 2, you can definitely beat it. But let's go over how to do it in cover 3 and cover 4 as well. Okay, so we're running cover 3 sky now. So as you can see, we got the cornerback dropping in the deep third, and then the safety dropping into the curl flat. So it's a little bit different. This cover 3 is definitely the hardest, unless it's cover 3 hard flat or something. It's definitely the hardest to pass against because it takes a little bit longer for it to develop. It's going to do essentially the same thing though. That safety there that's going to the curl flat, he is going to be pulled down to the in route that Boyle is running. And as we do that, we're going to have to be able to hit just over the top Marquise Brown. This is going to be a much tighter window than it is on cover 2. That safety that's dropping in the deep third, he is going to follow the deep receiver running the post a little bit, but it's not going to be as much as it is on cover 2. So let me show you what I mean here on offense. So the only different setup here, instead of putting Boyle into an in like this, you want to put him into a drag like this because you want him to get over into that flat a little bit faster. And I'll show you why in just a minute, but you just want him to get over there as quick as possible. So Snead is going to push that cornerback that's going to the deep third out of the play, and that safety that's coming down to the curl, he's going to get pulled down by Boyle enough to make the third of Brown. It's a much tighter window than it does on cover 2, but it's there. As you can see, I backed to Pre off the line because he kept insta-shedding my left tackle, and I was friggin' tired of it. If you get insta-shed, it's going to ruin the play anyway, so I figured screw it, we'll just back him off. But let's see when we go to Brown here, we snap it. You got a small window right there, much smaller window. You're not going to get as big a play unless you have a user that brings the safety down like this, which a lot of times they'll do that for run support. So then again, you put your tight end in a drag again to get him out there as quick as possible. You shift to the left so that you can get that guy from sacking you, and that'll give you a little bit of extra room as he comes down, and then you can complete it over the top to him. It's a very, very slight difference. You need to know whether you can fit that in there or not. It's going to be harder if they have lurker. I really wouldn't throw it if they have lurker in cover 3. But if they don't, then it's definitely an option. All right, let's go over cover 4. All right, so the next one I want to cover is cover 4. You got the 4 guys that are going to be in the deep quarters back there, and then you got everyone else underneath. So you got this guy, the right outside linebacker that's dropping out in the quarter flat, the middle linebacker in the middle, and the other guy on the other side. So the 2 guys that are in the deep quarters on the left side where Marquise Brown is going to be running, they're going to bail out when Snead comes and runs that post in the middle. So that back part of the field is going to be completely open. The reason that you want to put your tight end on the end route is because it'll bring that quarter flat down, and that'll make sure that Marquise Brown is back open over the top. Let's run it here really quick. We're going to put him on an in. We don't have to do a drag or anything. We're going to back to pre-up because I'm not dealing with that. We'll snap it here. Watch those 2 corners and safeties bail out. Completely open there, completely open. As long as he's faster than everyone, which is why you want to put your fastest receiver there, he's going to be open. He was open by 5 yards there, easy. Let's run it one more time, just so we can see here. Back to pre-up, because I know I'll get insta-sack if I don't. Both of the deep quarters bail, completely open. Very, very good play. for beating cover 4 as well. All right, so the last defense I'm going to show here is cover 2, where you've got everyone in man line, and then you get the 2 safeties playing deep coverage. This one's pretty simple. As long as your dude's faster than the guy covering him, he's going to beat that man coverage, and that safety back there is going to get pulled back by Snead running his route. So you actually don't even need to put Boyle on an in for this one. The only reason that I do sometimes is that he actually will run into Marquise Brown or that receiver every now and then. So I'll put him on an in literally just to get him out of the way. You can do whatever, like run him on a bubble route or whatever. So I'm going to snap it. So he goes across, wide open. The safety's there, but he's not there in time because he's drifting back to cover Snead. So those are the 4 defensive plays that I wanted to cover to show you. I'm going to have a couple of examples here of me utilizing this in-game against real opponents. It works very, very well. I've used it a lot. I get a lot of one-play touchdowns out of it, but let me show you some of those plays right now. So these next 3 plays are just an example of me using this play in-game. I just wanted to show them really quick. Hopefully I can do a good voiceover of them because it won't let me record while I'm doing them. But here we can see I'm lined up against the Browns. They're in kind of a cover 2 man. As we can see, the guy will run. I actually forgot to switch Tyreek Hill off of it, so it's just DeAndre Hopkins out there. But it still works really well because D-Hop's pretty quick. But as we can see here, I'll play it here, and then... Alright, so you can see I switch Kittle there to an in route. And then the guy can't keep up with D-Hop, and I just toss it right to him. Just a nice touch pass. Goes right over, it's a touchdown. Nice and easy, really simple. All right, so the next one's kind of an example of what you might be able to do if someone does pick up the user on it. I think I'd already done this on the guy before, so he was kind of aware of it. I did put Tyreek over here at this point. But you'll see here, I can't get the Hill off, throw off to Hill because he's covered by the user, Johnson. But then Hopkins is wide open on the backside there because there's no safety. Hayward's not able to get back there in time, and I'm able to make the throw down. It was a bit of a big throw, but I saw him really, really late. So it was still a good play, something definitely you can do if they do user that potentially. Just be careful with that one. All right, so the last one here is just your normal what should happen. I've got Hill over there. I put Kittle on the in route, snap it really quick. You can see they've got the 1 high safety. They're not able to keep up with him. There goes Hill. He's just going to take it to the house all the way. It's a really, really good play. It puts you out in space. If they are running cover 2, you're going to be so wide open. Even if you can't make that guy miss, even if you don't have a fast enough wide receiver to get out, you are going to be able to get at least 20 or 30 yards off this play every time somebody runs cover 2. If it's man, all you have to do is be faster. If it's zone, all you have to do is have a receiver there. They can be a slow receiver. They're almost certainly still going to get open. All you have to do is throw an accurate ball at that point or get insta-shed, which of course seems to happen to me all the time, so whatever. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you subscribe down below if you're not already. Hit the bell icon as well. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And again, leave a comment of whatever your favorite one-play touchdown is. As a reminder, I'm going to be doing another Twitch stream on Saturday. If you're interested, go tune into that. If you haven't followed me already, the link is down below. Go do that. I would really appreciate it. Trying to get to 50 to get affiliate there. Thank you guys so much for all the support on here as well. We were getting very close to 1,000 subscribers. Trying to hit that before the end of Madden 20, so thank you guys so much for all the support. As always, I want to shout out the couple of people who supported my previous video. The Midnight Hayabusa at Midnight Hayabusa, who is one of my moderators in the Discord down below. You should join that as well. He also has started up a Twitch. Go follow him. He is very knowledgeable of the game. He's a really smart guy. Definitely go watch his stream and learn something or two. JCTheGamer_YT at JCTheGamerYT. He's got a YouTube channel. Make sure you go subscribe to him. KingGRessshhh at KingGRessshhh24. And finally, Big Bear. So thank you guys so much for supporting the content as always. Hope you enjoyed that one, guys. I'll see you on the stream on Saturday, and I'll also see you in the next one.